Hello out there in TV land, and welcome to Sounds Good Simming. I'm SG, and I'm here to spread some holiday cheer via a Sims home where every room is decorated like a different Christmas character. Will the toilet be giving us shades of Santa, or will the Grinch be inspiring our kitchen rather than stealing everything out of it? Let's watch. Alright, so first we're spinning for the living room, so who will be stuffing our stockings this Christmas? Oh no! It looks like Jack Skellington in full Santa gear is coming down the chimney with some creepy dolls that are gonna come to life. Let's watch. This is Halloween, this is supposed to be Christmas. So, Nightmare Before Christmas is actually my favorite movie ever. Not Christmas movie, not Halloween movie, ever. I love Halloween and Christmas. So the mashup of the spooky vibes and the Christmassy vibes is right up my alley. We're doing kind of a foyer over here. And then the rest of the room is the living room. Alright, so the most important thing we need in a Christmas house is a Christmas tree. Otherwise, why am I even here? Yeah, that looks pretty. I am trying real hard to not sing the songs from the movie right now. So we're going to go for the Jack colors of black and white. Obviously, Halloween stuff is going to have to sneak its way in here. But we also have to have Christmas. Because it's a Christmas house. And Jack wanted to do a good job of Christmas so bad. You can debate all day. Is it a Halloween movie? Is it a Christmas movie? I mean, I think the creators settled this and said it was a Christmas movie. And I agree that it is a Christmas movie. But you know what? If you want it to be a Halloween movie, you know what? It's an all-year movie. You can watch the movie anytime because it's awesome. Kidnap the Santa Claus. I told you. So I love Nightmare Before Christmas. Not just because of the Christmas Halloween spookiness and general Tim Burton-ness of it all, which is also reasons that I love it. But I also really like Jack as a character. I like how he's sick of doing the same old thing and kind of wants to try something new. He doesn't succeed, but I think that's okay, you know. Sometimes we need to find our passion again, and we fail all the time in life. And that's my deep thought of the day. We need the skull rug. Like, what am I thinking? If I don't get kidnapped to Santa Claus out of my head, I'm gonna go nuts. I need some pumpkins. This is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. I was shockingly old when I realized that Catherine O'Hara did the voice of Sally. You got your Christmas wreath. And you got your terrifying monster figures. I totally could see a cow plant being in Halloween Town. I know this is a hard question, but what is your favorite part of the movie? Be interested to hear your thoughts in the comments. One of my favorite parts is Jack's lament, where he's in the cemetery after he gets shot down for leaving those awful presents for all the children. That's right, I am the Pumpkin King. Pumpkin King needs a coffee table. Who's your favorite background character? I'm a fan of the vampires. Their character design is really cute. Do I like this? I don't. Lovely runner leads right into the next room, which we'll see soon in the next part of this video, so don't click away. Speaking of characters I love, who doesn't love a precious little Zero? He is so cute. I was supposed to get a coffee table like 20 minutes ago. I forgot. Do you build like that too? Like all over the place? The struggle is real. I mean, it's a skeleton light. I need at least one somewhere. And we also got some skeleton hands over here by the desk. Alright, enough Halloween vibes. We need some more Christmas vibes. This is supposed to be a Christmas house. Let's cover up the bats on the wallpaper with the snowflakes, and it's instant Christmas. Now, I don't know about you, but I hope there's no creepy dolls that come out of this and chase me down a hallway. You know what we need is the tragic clown. Because not only is this creepy, there's a creepy clown in the movie. Give Jack some coal, because, you know, he did have Santa Claus kidnapped. Alright, technically the mayor had the bullhorn, but I can't resist. Alright, and with that, I think we're done with our Jack Skellington living room. Let's take a quick stroll through the entryway here. We have a little table with some pumpkins on it. We have a wreath, because, you know, it is Christmas time. Our skull rug, some gargoyles, and our spooky cabinet with a skull on top. You come in and you can play some chess over here. We have Jack's desk where he can work on his latest plans to kidnap the Santa Claus. Here we have our lovely Christmas tree backed up by our graveyard lighting and our presents, which may or may not scare us to death. And here we have our lovely fireplace and TV. You can sit here and watch your favorite Christmas movie while eating your candy corn. Isn't that right, Jack? All right, with that, we're moving on to the kitchen. Let's go. Next up is the kitchen and dining room, so let's get spinning. And oh boy, looks like Ebenezer Scrooge is going to be baking us some cheap-ass cookies this Christmas. Let's get into it. Marley was dead to begin with. That is the first line from A Christmas Carol, and we are here to take the protagonist of that book, Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge, and theme a kitchen and dining area after him. So we definitely want to go with some old-fashioned vibes, with a side of cheapness and Christmas. Getting our old-fashioned appliances in there. We need an old-fashioned fireplace that may need coal, but there'll never be enough coal for it, of course. Before I forget, I gotta get our big holiday table where we can have dinner with everyone, including Tiny Tim. Gotta have that goose. So when I was in school 100 years ago, we were made to read a lot of Charles Dickens, and I was not a fan because a lot of his books were super long, because they were getting paid by the word back then, literally paid to ramble on. But I read A Christmas Carol on my own, and it's actually short compared to other Victorian novels, and it's very readable. So if you haven't read it and you enjoy the story, I suggest picking it up. I have to use Victorian wallpaper. This does look a little fancy for Scrooge, but I don't know, he did have those fancy bed curtains they were eager to sell. Speaking of curtains, yeah, those look worthy of stealing. So what is your favorite version of A Christmas Carol? And I mean, besides the Muppets, of course. I mean, everyone knows the Muppets are amazing. But I enjoy the super old version starring Alistair Sim, no pun intended, because it shows a bunch of scenes that are usually cut out of the other versions. We actually should get rid of a bunch of these lights, because Scrooge liked the dark. So we'll go with a cheap lamp, and we'll put some period-appropriate sconces on the wall. Here we go. This is starting to look like the dimly lit place a miser would hang out and hoard his money. Here's some coal for the fire. Now, if we're talking Muppets, besides all the amazing songs, what's your favorite part? Gonzo is my favorite Muppet, so it's great that he gets to tell the story he knows like the back of his hand. Here's some storage for all his very important records. Gotta know who he's evicting this month. Gotta make sure the money's secure. All right, Mr. Scrooge, it's now looking very festive in here. Come on, let's get that Christmas spirit. Let's pretend we just been visited by the 3 ghosts. And I also cannot finish this room without mentioning how awesome Scrooge McDuck is. I'd swim in his money vault anytime. I wouldn't even steal anything. Because he'd know. He'd know. Here's a couple of gifts for Tiny Tim so he won't die. Because if he doesn't get gifts this Christmas, he's a goner. It's in the singing of a street corner choir, going home and getting warm by the fire. It's true wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. You're not getting out of this without hearing me singing like every part, so just accept that fact now. Okay, well, we kept it simple for pop culture's #1 tightwad with his kitchen and dining area. So first we've got the dining room table, plenty of seating for most of Bob Cratchit's family, I don't know. The amount of kids he got seems to change from version to version anyway. We have a nice fireplace, but don't use it because he's going to get pissed. And this is a pretty nice, lovely kitchen. And there's probably some cheese in this fridge that's going to make him think he went nuts and is seeing things. But it's actually the ghost of his old business partner. Well, I don't want to run the lights anymore in this room and get Scrooge pissed at me. Let's move on to our next room. All right, now let's find out who's going to be taking over the master bedroom. Well, who would be better than Santa to be the master of our Christmas house? Let's get into the build. Ho, ho, ho! We're gonna build a master bedroom that looks like a candy cane threw up all over it, because Santa's colors are red and white. Any Christmas candies out there getting nauseous yet? Ho, ho, ho! Where's the bed gonna go? Alright, I promise I will not keep doing that. So, who's your favorite movie Santa? Some of my top faves are from The Santa Claus, The Santa Origin Story and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and of course, Miracle on 34th Street. How about Santas that aren't so great? For example, the Santa from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He's a jerk. Also, the Santa from A Christmas Story. For obvious reasons. I designed this room like such a weird shape that it's really hard to put stuff. Love that for me. If you have shelves in your gallery you would like me to use in future videos, please post it in the comments. I am in desperate need here. And of course, if I use your stuff, I will put your gallery name in the video and the description. I'm not gonna take credit for someone else's work. What am I, Santa from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? I feel like Santa would have a TV to watch kids, cause he sees you when you're sleeping. Don't think about it too much. We gotta have a nice desk for our naughty or nice list. Going back to Miracle on 34th Street, the original. I love that courtroom scene every time I see it. Also, the woman with the thick New York accent who says she's gonna be a regular Macy's customer. I mean, is surfing Santa too much? It's a popular urban legends of sorts that Coca-Cola invented the modern image of Santa Claus, and they kind of did help popularize it, but they didn't invent it. Who says you can't learn anything from my videos? What the heck am I gonna put in this weird corner? A lamp? Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. No, Santa, you cannot drink and fly your sleigh at the same time. Alright, speaking of Santa Claus is coming to town, time for favorite Santa-related songs. My favorite, hands down, is the Eartha Kitt version of Santa Baby. It has to be her version. She was freaking Catwoman. By the way, if you're into Christmas and want to see what's on my tree, I've been sharing my ornaments on Threads, so come follow me over there. You can stay on top of when new videos go up and see pictures of cute guinea pigs. You don't see me putting out dentures right now for Santa. I mean, he's old. You don't know what kind of elf dentist they got here. Hermes probably isn't there. And if he is, he shouldn't be taking care of that Santa's teeth because he sucks. You can't fire me, I quit. Why don't I fit in? All right, looks like Santa's coming down his own chimney tonight because the master bedroom is done. Of course, we have the bed over here with space for him and Mrs. Claus, hopefully. We have a place to keep that beard in tip-top shape and a fridge for midnight snacking. Over here we have our fireplace with our television to spy on those children. It's not creepy. It's fine. We got a little reading nook over in the corner here. And here we have Santa's desk and Mrs. Claus's craft area. All right, well that's a gift wrap on Santa's room. Let's move on to our next build. Next is bathroom time. Oh boy, it looks like Heat Miser and Snow Miser are gonna be fighting over the toilet. Let's see how this turns out. If the song isn't already stuck in your head, it will be. It will be. Let's start with a nice, very neutral floor. All right, we got Heat Miser, he's red. We got Snow Miser, he's blue. All right, so we're gonna give this side to the Heat Miser. Nice warm tub and the toilet. And over here, a separate shower and a sink for Snow Miser. This is gonna be a hot mess. We're here for it. Look, it's the talking toilet that sings a song. So if you don't know who the Miser brothers are, or maybe it's fighting words, but they are the best part of a 1974 special called A Year Without a Santa Claus. Oh, wait a minute, this is not gonna work. Tub only, then shower only. We cannot share. There we go. Anyway, A Year Without a Santa Claus. Santa basically gives up and decides he's done giving brats gifts. And as usual, a woman, Mrs. Claus, trying to save the day. Did she get any thanks? No. Do I hate that? I don't. Imagine you came into somebody's house and half their bathroom was blue and half was red. You wouldn't ask questions, you'd be too scared. Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. Oh, the cloud lamp is perfect. Speaking of snow, what do you prefer? Do you prefer cold weather or do you prefer warm weather? I am all about the warm weather. I'm always cold. I'm one of those fun people that's always got a sweatshirt on. I have a sweatshirt on right now as I'm recording this in my home. Can you imagine I put this here? I don't think so. Now this, on the other hand, is a great idea. Everybody wants a white Christmas until you can't get home from grandma's house because the roads are too treacherous and get stuck on the side of the road. That was not based on anything that ever happened to me in real life. These are kind of like a heat lamp. I'm forgetting toilet paper again because I'm a monster. Sunbeam scribble, perfect. And if you think that song has left my head and I'm finally free of it, you'd be wrong. Finish things off with a couple of accessories. And there we have it. It's a very Miser Brothers bathroom. So over here we got Heat Miser's area. You got your nice lovely tub with your sun paintings, your toilet that talks to you and sings your theme song whenever you want. Meanwhile, across the room, your annoying brother's side, Snow Miser has that nice cold shower that's supposedly good for your health. You could wash your hands, look at some snowflakes, stare at the lovely painting of the snowy landscape. I guess considering each side of the room's a complete opposite color, It didn't come out too bad, but I still wouldn't put it in any decorating magazines. Maybe our next design will be more award-winning. Let's move on over to it. Second bedroom's next on our Christmas list. Who's it gonna be? It looks like Buddy the Elf is gonna give us some syrup-covered spaghetti. Let's get into the build. You sit on a throne of lies. We're doing an elf-based child's room, which is perfect because Buddy is basically a 5-year-old mentally. What is your favorite part of the movie Elf? I just said my favorite quote, but I also love the montage of him coming to the city. And I know I just used another swatch of this wallpaper on my last build video, link in the description. But what can I say? This is the only childish looking one that has Buddy colors in it. And these windows are certainly beginning to look a lot like Christmas. This cat bed is super cute, and Buddy is a huge friend to the animals, so I think it fits. Of course, Buddy's dad worked at a publishing company, so he needs plenty of books. I wish there was a giant narwhal, but there isn't one. There is this cute little squid, though. Buddy loves to build things and create things and make crafts, so of course he needs an art table. And he loves singing. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Now, if that's not 100% correct, please correct me in the comments. I really can't stay, baby, it's cold outside. I got to go away, baby, it's cold outside. So it's looking very cute and festive. How about a mirror so he can see his smiles, because smiling's his favorite. So as much as I love Elf, my favorite Christmas movie of all time is actually National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. We watch that in my family every year. I can pretty much quote the whole thing. It's a useless skill that no one needs. You all know Buddy would decorate every inch of his room like he did to that Gimbel's toy department. Gimbel's used to be a real store, but they shut those down by the late 80s. Thanks, Google search I did 2 seconds ago. I'm done, and I don't care who knows it, with Buddy's room. Okay, so coming in, we have a nice desk here in the corner to write to your dad, who doesn't know you exist. We got a little reading play area over here. Of course, everything is decked out for the holidays. You can do your crafting and dollhouse play over here. Presents are ready to go at any moment. And just every square inch of this room reminds you that it's Christmas time all year long. All right, it looks like we're ready to tackle the outside of the house. Let's get into that. And finally, the outside of the house. Santa's going to be landing on a roof inspired by Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Well, I guess it only makes sense, reindeer, outdoors. I don't know. Let's go see what happens. Kind of appropriate for Rudolph to be the exterior, because you wouldn't want a reindeer inside your house. Think of the poop. We're gonna go with like a gingerbreadish style here with a lot of brown and white because, Rudolph's brown and white. And we don't have a huge lot here, so we have to use our space very carefully. And of course we need a chimneys, because how else is Santa gonna get in this house? Although when I was a kid, we didn't have a fireplace, so I was very confused about how Santa got in the house. Of course, I'm basing everything off the 1964 Rankin Bass special, which is a Christmas classic, featuring many memorable tunes. You got Silver and Gold, Holly Jolly Christmas, and that elf choir song Santa hated, because he's a jerk in this. Don't mind the lack of snow, pretend it's there, use your imagination, that's what The Sims is all about. Oh, I forgot to check the cost of the house, so current cost, 81,314 simoleons, way cheaper than the Mario house, and I even have some outside stuff up already, so we'll see how expensive it is when I'm all done. So, since Rudolph lives here, we need some kind of animal pen going on back here. We gotta make sure we have red, because of Rudolph's red nose, it's like the whole point of the story. Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? We're gonna be able to get in there without steps? What am I doing? Hold on. Well, unfortunately, the animal barn is floating off the ground, and I can't seem to fix it, so guess what? We're gonna build our own. This is definitely not gonna have enough room for all Santa's reindeer, but whatever, this is supposed to be for Rudolph. The rest can see where they gotta go. So I already went on a rant about Santa from Rudolph being a jerk. Never forget. So let's talk characters from the special that are awesome. Like Unicorn Cornelius. He's out there living his best life with his menagerie of adorable dogs. And of course, you also have Charlie in the box. Island of the Misfit Toys Hall Monitor. He's my favorite of the toys. Who is yours? You like the doll that no one can figure out what is wrong with? The spotted elephant? The water gun that shoots jelly? Do you know the song Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer? Do you think it was Rudolph? I don't know, I think it was probably Blitzen. You can say you don't believe in Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, she was drinking too much eggnog, and they begged her not to go. Oh my god, how could I forget these reindeer? I'm so disappointed in myself. Let's give Santa somewhere nice to sit after a long afternoon of tormenting baby reindeer by telling them they don't look right. We'll use some gnomes to represent the elves in the movie. Alright, well, the snow might be missing, but I think we're done here. Final cost of the Christmas house is 91,990 simoleons. Not too bad. Let's take a quick tour of the outside. So, of course, we have some lovely pine trees. We got some snowmen, some reindeer, some lovely decorations. We have a nice cozy stable here for Rudolph and a pal. And following around the gnome path here into the backyard, there's a seating area complete with a barbecue, fireplace, and of course, more decorations. So what are your thoughts on the Christmas house? What room was your favorite? That's a tough one for me. I really enjoyed the Scrooge kitchen, but maybe that's just because I like that story so much. I don't know. Sound off in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, how about unwrapping that subscribe button so you don't miss the next ridiculous building challenge I take on? And stick around to watch me decorate a house themed after Mario characters. See you over there. Sounds good.